Hey all, this is Kevin and welcome back to another episode of the Hopcast. And on today's episode, I have another beer review for you. This is Ghost in the Machine by Parish Brewing Company coming out of Louisiana. This weighs in at 8.0% alcohol, and this is the second time I've recorded this. As you can tell, I have already poured it, but I didn't taste it yet. I guess I could say I was recording, but I really wasn't. I just was talking to myself into my phone, and it wasn't recording at all. So sometimes that kind of stuff happens. So let me do a little bit of backstory on this. This beer, as I said, hails from Parish Brewing Company out of Louisiana. This actually says it's 8.5% alcohol on Untapped, and it is a double IPA. The description on the actual bottle says, "Welcome to the future. Our collective human consciousness, or ghost in the machine, has gained a tolerance for hops beyond what mankind has ever known before. This double India Pale Ale is the necessary outcome." And it's got like a little saint logo next to it. So Parish is a brewing company that I really haven't had much out of. I've heard quite a lot about them. This and their double dry hopped Ghost in the Machine are supposed to be some fantastic beers. So recently I was able to get a hold of a bottle, so I figured, why not do a review of it? It's got a beautiful color you can see there. It's murky, orange, juicy, hazy IPA, as all of the rage is these days. The smell on it, this one's a little old. This was actually a couple months old, so I don't know how it's going to fare. Yeah, this was brewed, it says manifested on 11/25/19. So I don't normally let IPAs go this long in the fridge, but I actually, I was on a diet where I didn't drink beer for a couple months, and I got this right beforehand. But I wanted to save it, give it the old college try after I was done. So, yeah. I like the logo, or the little emblem on the bottle as well. The little hop brains coming out. It's pretty neat. Ghost in the Machine. If you guys research what that means, there's a whole bit of lore behind what the Ghost in the Machine really is. And pretty cool. So without further ado, let's get to the smell. Oh yeah, you can tell it is a little old. There's slight oxidation in there now. But I can still get the citrus. It's more bitter citrus than something like I know in the King Julius video that I did. That was more mango, pineapple-y. This is more bitter citrus. Lots and lots of hops there. You can tell they do a pretty good job. Lacing on the beer is pretty good, in fact, as well. So let's get to the tasting, shall we? Wow. It's really not that bad for being a couple months old. I'm getting some nice traditional IPA vibes, honestly. I know the hops have probably faded a little bit over time, but I'm getting some good tastes from this, some good traditional IPA tastes. I really like this a lot. Man. Ghost in the Machine. This one is going to go pretty fast. 8.5%. It's going to be a quick drinker for sure. I don't know. Let's try another taste. My computer just beeped at me. Okay. I got some nice pungent grapefruit out of that. Some bittered orange flavors. They don't use lactose from what I can tell in this beer, which is good. A lot of hazy IPAs these days, they overdo it with the lactose, and I'm just not really a fan of that. Very, very good beer. I've actually never been to Louisiana at all, but if I do go, maybe I will check out this brewery. I'm looking at the brewery right now online. It does look pretty nifty, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. So this on Untapped nets a 4.27 4.27 out of 5. That's actually a little lower than I thought it would be. But it does say the beer has 100 IBUs, which would make sense why I'm getting some traditional IPA vibes. I really think, I hope eventually the pendulum starts swinging back the other way. I love my hazy IPAs, but man, I do love a traditional IPA every once in a while. Great mouthfeel, lingers, but the hop bitterness is very well masked for 100 IBUs. Once you start getting in the triple digits, it can be hard to mask. But they really did a nice job here. Definitely a fan of this. So what's my overall verdict? I would say I would net this beer a 4 out of 5. And part of that might be due to the fact that I haven't had it fresh. Maybe I do want to try the double dry hopped Ghost in the Machine, so maybe I'll drink that a little more fresh. But I do like the traditional IPA vibes this gives off, but it also has that hazy IPA, late hop addition, maybe post-boil hops, definitely dry hops in here. It's a solid beer, and as it warms up, it gets even more of the pungent grapefruit that kind of comes out of the beer. The lacing is fantastic. The body of the beer is good. Just kind of took me by surprise, a little lack of freshness, a little bit of oxidation in the beer. Part of that could be because of the bottle. Normally cans hold up, have less oxidation. So yeah, I would say 4 out of 5. I would give this beer, and I would love to try it again, fresher, as well as a double dry hopped version. So guys, that's going to do it for us today on the Hopcast. If you like what you see and you want to see more beer reviews and other podcasts and shenanigans from me, please remember to comment, like, subscribe, and smash that bell for notifications from me so my beer reviews and such can jump to the top of your list. As always, guys, this is Kevin signing out from the Hopcast. Cheers.